world ain't what it seems, and if you're still out here thinking it's some kind of fair game, you're already too deep in the bullshit. They got you playing a rigged game, and you don't even know it. You're out there, just another cog in the machine, chasing after scraps like some starved dog. It's all set up, orchestrated, step by step, movement by movement, by the ones who really pull the strings. You're a puppet, and you don't even see the hand that's jerking your strings. You think you're making choices, making moves. Nah, you're following a script, one written long before you even took your first breath. Secret organizations, shadowy groups, they've got their fingers in every pie, every transaction, every damn thing that moves. You ever heard of the Bilderberg Group? Yeah, those bastards meet every year, deciding the fate of nations behind closed doors, while you're out there worrying about paying rent. You think the wars that break out, the financial crashes, the political bullshit is just a coincidence? You think it's just bad luck or some shit? Nah, that's by design. 91%. That's how many people are nothing more than meat sacks, just hollowed out shells following whatever carrot is dangled in front of them. You think you're different? You think you're one of the 9% that's got it figured out? Maybe. But chances are you're not. You're chasing after money, after power, thinking that's gonna get you somewhere. They've got you by the balls, making you think that's all there is. But here's the kicker. You ain't never gonna reach it. They make sure of that. The rules are set up so you can't win. Not really. Not unless they let you. Look around you. Everyone's out for themselves. Everyone's got an angle, a hustle. Even the ones who talk about love and friendship and all that feel-good bullshit. They're playing a game too. And in the end, feelings, emotions, they don't mean shit. They're just tools, leverage to get what they want. They'll smile in your face, tell you what you want to hear, and the second you turn your back, they're sticking the knife in. That's the reality. And if you're still holding on to some fairy tale about how people are basically good, you're already lost. You know how they keep you in line. Lies. So many lies. They're embedded in your brain, tangled up in everything you think is real. They tell you about freedom, about democracy, about your rights. All lies. They've been feeding it to you since you were a kid. School, the media, the fucking government, they're all in on it. They fill your head with these ideas, these stories about how the world works, and you buy it. You eat it up, never questioning, never doubting. That's how they keep you stupid, keep you under control. And by the time you start waking up, it's already too late. Take 9/11, for instance. You think that shit went down the way they said it did? You think a bunch of cave-dwelling terrorists pulled off the most sophisticated attack in modern history without any inside help? Wake the fuck up. That was a play. A goddamn power move orchestrated to justify a never-ending war, to strip away your rights in the name of security. And you bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Or how about the financial crash in 2008? They sold you a dream, told you the housing market was booming, that everyone could get a piece of the pie. But it was a setup, a con from the start. They knew it would crash. They planned it. The big banks, the corporations, they made billions while you lost your house, your job, your savings. And you want to know the real kicker? Not a single one of those bastards went to jail. Not one. They got bailed out, rewarded for their crimes, while you were left picking up the pieces. And you still believe the system works? You still believe the rules are fair? Then there's MK Ultra. Yeah, that's right. The CIA running mind control experiments on unsuspecting citizens, fucking with their heads, trying to figure out how to control people better. And they didn't even try to hide it when it all came out. They just shrugged and moved on to the next plan, the next mindfuck. You think that's over? Nah, they just got better at hiding it. They're still out there, still fucking with your head, just in more subtle ways. Look at the media. Look at social media. Those are the new tools, the new ways to twist your mind, to keep you in line. Ever heard of Bohemian Grove? A bunch of the world's most powerful men getting together in secret, doing God knows what while they laugh at the rest of us. You think those meetings are just for fun? They're making deals, cutting out the future of entire nations while you're distracted by the latest scandal or celebrity meltdown. They're deciding who lives, who dies, who prospers, who gets crushed. And you think your vote matters? You think your voice counts? They've got you believing in this illusion of choice, this lie that you have any say in what happens. But here's the truth. They've already decided. They've already made their moves, and you're just a pawn on their board. You're expendable, replaceable, just another body to be used and discarded when it's convenient. And the fucked up part is, you've been conditioned to accept it, to go along with it without even realizing it. You're living in a goddamn cage, and you don't even see the bars. The Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Trilateral Commission, names that come up whenever people talk about secret societies. You think those are just conspiracy theories? Think again. These groups have been pulling the strings for centuries, shaping the world to fit their agenda. Wars, revolutions, financial collapses. They're all part of the plan, all steps towards a goal you'll never even comprehend because you're too busy worrying about bullshit that doesn't matter. And what's the end game? Control. Total control. They want to own you, body and soul. They want to dictate every aspect of your life, and they're damn near close to getting there. Look at the surveillance state we live in. Cameras on every corner, your phone tracking your every move, your data being harvested and sold like a commodity, and they tell you it's for your own safety, that it's to protect you from the bad guys. But who's really the bad guy here? Who's really the one pulling the strings? Think about the COVID-19 pandemic. You think that was just a virus that spread naturally? Maybe, maybe not. But look at how they used it. Lockdowns, travel restrictions, mandatory vaccines. It was all a test, a dry run for how they can control the masses with fear. And you fell right in line, didn't you? You did what you were told because you were scared, because you believed the narrative they fed you. But who's really behind it? Who's profiting from all of this? Big Pharma made billions while small businesses crumbled, while people lost their jobs, their homes, their lives. And you think that's just an unfortunate side effect? No, that was the plan all along. Then there's the fucking Federal Reserve, a private entity, not a part of the government, that controls the money supply. They print money out of thin air, devaluing your savings, making sure you stay poor while they get richer. And when the economy tanks, they swoop in like saviors, offering loans at interest, keeping you in debt for the rest of your life. You're a slave, chained to the system, and you don't even know it. You ever wonder why wars never seem to end? Why there's always some new conflict, some new enemy? It's because war is profitable. It's because the military-industrial complex needs it to keep the money flowing. They don't care about freedom, about democracy, about human rights. Those are just slogans, justifications to keep the war machine rolling. And you're out here thinking you're fighting for something noble, something just. But you're just a pawn, just another expendable asset in their game. Look at the media, look at Hollywood. You think they're just entertainment? Nah, they're tools, weapons used to shape the way you think, the way you see the world. They feed you these narratives, these stories, and you gobble it up, never questioning, never thinking for yourself. They tell you who the bad guys are, who the good guys are, and you believe it because it's easier than thinking for yourself. But it's all bullshit, all lies designed to keep you distracted, to keep you from seeing the truth. And the truth is, you're living in a world of lies, a world built on deception and manipulation. The people you look up to, the people you think are in charge, they're just figureheads, just puppets, dancing to the tune of the real power behind the scenes. You're told to trust the experts, to believe in the system, but the system is designed to keep you down, to keep you in line. You think technology is your friend? Think again. Every new gadget, every new app, it's just another tool for them to control you, to monitor you, to manipulate you. Your phone, your computer, your smart TV, they're all watching you, all collecting data on you. and they use that data to predict your behavior, to influence your decisions, to keep you on the path they want you to follow. You're being programmed, conditioned, turned into a mindless consumer, a compliant worker, a docile citizen. And what do you get in return? Shiny toys, distractions, a little bit of comfort to keep you complacent, to keep you from asking too many questions. But it's all an illusion, all a facade to keep you from seeing the bars of your cage. You think you're free, but you're not. You're a slave, a puppet, a cog in a machine that doesn't give a shit about you. You think love, friendship, family, any of that means anything in this world? Nah, those are just more tools, more ways to keep you in line. They tell you to settle down, get married, have kids, buy a house. All part of the plan to keep you tied down, to keep you from realizing the truth. They want you distracted, preoccupied with bullshit that doesn't matter, so you don't have time to think, to question, to see the truth. And the truth is, you're alone. You're on your own in this world, and the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. Trust no one, believe in nothing, because everything you've been told is a lie. The system is rigged, the game is fixed, and you're just another sucker being played. But you don't have to stay that way. You don't have to be another statistic, another faceless drone in the crowd. Wake the fuck up. See the world for what it really is. See the people around you for who they really are. They're all out for themselves, all looking for an angle, a way to get ahead, and they'll step on you if they have to. They'll use you, manipulate you, discard you without a second thought. And if you don't see that, if you don't protect yourself, you're as good as dead. Look at how they've twisted the very concept of truth. What was once solid, undeniable, is now subjective, malleable. They've got people doubting everything, questioning the very fabric of reality. And they did it on purpose. They created this post-truth world where facts don't matter, where opinions are more important than evidence. They want you confused, disoriented, unable to discern what's real and what's not. Because when you can't tell the difference, you're easier to control, easier to manipulate. They've taken over education too. They've turned schools into indoctrination centers, churning out obedient workers, not free thinkers. They don't want you questioning the status quo. They don't want you challenging the system. They want you to accept it, to believe in it, to support it without thinking. They feed you a version of history that suits their agenda, that paints them in a good light, while the real history, the truth, is buried, forgotten, erased. And religion? Don't even get me started. That's one of their oldest tools, one of their most effective. They've used it to control, to divide, to conquer for centuries. They twist it, pervert it, turning it into something that serves their purposes, that keeps the masses in check. And you see it everywhere, in every country, every culture. People killing each other, hating each other, all in the name of some god, some belief that was fed to them by the very people who profit from their ignorance, from their blind faith. You think you're safe? You think you're in control? You're not. You're living in a prison, and the walls are closing in. They've got you surrounded, watched, monitored. They know everything about you, what you eat, where you go, who you talk to, what you think. And they use that information against you to keep you in line, to keep you from ever stepping out of the box they've put you in. But you can fight back. You can wake up, you can see the truth. It's not easy, it's not safe, but it's the only way. You've got to break free from the lies, the manipulation, the control. You've got to see the world for what it really is. A dark, twisted place where only the strong survive, where only the smart thrive. You've got to stop being a pawn, stop being a puppet, and start being the master of your own fate. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. You're going to lose people. You're going to lose things you thought mattered. But in the end, it's worth it. Because when you see the truth, when you break free, there's nothing they can do to control you. You become a ghost in the machine, a shadow they can't catch, a force they can't stop. And that's the truth, the real, raw, ugly truth. This world is fucked, the people in it are fucked, and the only way to survive is to be smarter, tougher, and more ruthless than they are. Forget everything you've been told, everything you've been taught. It's all bullshit. It's all lies. Trust no one, believe in nothing, and take control of your own destiny. Because in the end, the only truth that matters is the one you carve out for yourself. Everything else is just noise, just static meant to keep you in line, to keep you from seeing the truth. Don't be another puppet. Don't be another pawn. Be the one who sees the strings, the one who cuts them, the one who's truly free. This is the truth, the only truth, and it's time you faced it.